The wife of Ottawa Senators Captain Erik Karlsson is raising allegations of online harassment. She's asked for an order of protection against Monica Carrick. She's the longtime girlfriend of Senators forward Mike Hoffman. In court documents obtained by CTV News, Melinda Karlsson accuses Carrick of posting hundreds of derogatory messages online. The posts allegedly targeted both her and her husband and included statements wishing her unborn child dead. The Karlssons' first child was stillborn in March. Hoffman has denied the allegations made against his girlfriend. And the Ottawa Senators put out a statement saying, "We are investigating this matter in cooperation with the NHL and will take whatever steps are necessary to protect the safety and privacy of our players and their families." All right, let's go to Evan Sporer, social content producer with Sporting News Canada. He joins us today from New York with more on this. Evan, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Backtrack a little bit for me, if you can. When did all of this start?
Well, the story came out earlier today in the Ottawa Citizen, just pretty much outlining the scenario that you just described, which is that Melinda Karlsson has filed this order of protection against, Mike Hoffman's longtime girlfriend, who's now her fiance. But yeah, I mean, obviously it goes back further than the story today with these allegations that posts were made, dating back, it seems like, as early as March, if not before then. So this has been going on for a while, obviously, behind closed doors. And even more recently, there's been whispers about, Mike Hoffman being on the trade market due to personal issues. And this kind of seems like it coincides with that rumor. So for quite some time now.
Do we know much about the comments made?
Well, we've seen what Melinda Karlsson alleged. The accounts that these comments have been made from have since been deactivated. But in the story, which cites the order of protection that she filed for in court, the comments were, relating to, like you said, the stillborn son, those types of things, Erik's health, saying, oh, I wish someone will take him out and end his career. So pretty just crude things to say. And obviously it's tough to know who said them. Like I said, at this point, they're just allegations because they're made on anonymous accounts, but the content of what's being said is pretty serious.
All right, so the NHL says it's looking into this. I mean, typically, is this something that they would look into? It doesn't really have to do with play, right? Competition. It's a personal thing, but they are taking some action.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting how it's being handled. The league will investigate it. You could argue that it's a club matter because it happens between not even two players, but the families of two players. But obviously this is something the league cares about and takes very seriously, is just, the health of their players in all regards. And this is, you could say this is something that affects mental health pretty closely. So the league getting involved is certainly just a step to try to get this settled as soon as possible, just to get to the bottom of what specifically happened, who are the guilty parties, and how can they kind of proceed from there.
All right, Evan Sporer, got to leave it there, but thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.